Hi guys, my name is Lexa, and today I'm going to show you my research. It's on how to increase participation in the Sportability Club, a free support and community program run by Collective Labor for adults with disabilities in the Parramatta area. This project is to explore the key barriers that prevent people from taking part in the activities and find strategies to address them. This research helps our team better understand the real need of our target users and support the users in designing more effective solutions to improve overall engagement. This research adopts a literature review approach. I choose to focus on analyzing reliable secondary data sources, which allow me to explore the topic in both breadth and depth. I review a range of materials including peer-reviewed academic journals, industry reports, and official Australian government publications. Similarly, because there's only limited information about why people in Parramatta do not take part in this event, I decided to start by exploring the broader background before any promotions, identifying common barriers faced by people with disabilities before moving on to examine more location-specific factors. Based on the current literature review, this study identifies 4 major barriers that affect adult people with disability when participating in community-based physical activity programs: information access, psychological motivation, physical accessibility, and NDS findings and navigation. These findings align with ALIP's systematic review, which exposed that approximately 30% highlighted limited access to information. Economic and transport barriers also emerged in roughly a third of the studies. Together, these results emphasize that barriers to participation are multi-dimensional, strengthening the need for comprehensive strategies that address the informational, psychological, structural challenges. First, information access is a critical factor. Studies have shown that many people with disabilities and their carers struggle to receive accurate and timely information about local sport programs. Research showed that the COLD population generally faces some significant difficulties in obtaining information about the physical activities, and there is one of the most remarkable barriers identified in this study. To address this, multiple communication channels are recommended, including easy-read materials provided by community language rather than single English, community-based information touchpoints such as local libraries, clinics, and community-level cooperation or joint promotion. Second, psychological motivation plays a key role in influencing participation. Many people with disabilities often assume that sports are competitive and judgmental activities, thus feeling anxious and worrying about not being able to enjoy them. To overcome these barriers, it's important to go beyond the real promotion and focus on what truly matters to participants. We should emphasize the inclusive, social, and low-pressure nature of these activities, making it clear they are designed for all levels, not just a competitive program. Highlighting personal stories from people who have already taken part can be especially powerful. This approach not only reduces fear of exclusion, but also builds trust, encouraging new participants to feel that they will be welcomed and supported. Third, physical accessibility and transportation are major concerns. Transportation and distance are significant barriers. 8% of disabled people cite this, but the figure raised sharply to 21% for those with a visual impairment, showing how access issues vary across disability types. This physical limitation can prevent even the most motivated individuals from joining. Therefore, offering community transport, travel subsidies, or holding events at accessible spots are key strategies to increase access. Finally, the complexity of using NDIS fundings present another barriers. The NDIA annual report highlights that seeing the NDIS as a complex, confusing, and bureaucratic may discourage participants from fully engaging with the schemes or accessing the support they need. To address this, organizations should offer clear guidance on how to use NDIS fundings and actively assist participants in navigating the application process. In conclusion, these four key barriers are deeply interconnected, shaping the overall participation behavior of adults with disabilities. If collective level aims to increase engagement in the Sportability Club, it may tackle these barriers roundly so that more people can confidently join the program. Well, this research has relied on the literature review method. It currently lacks on-the-ground data from the local parameter area. As a result, it may not fully capture the specific community situations and individual differences in this area. In the coming weeks, I plan to conduct a site visit and carry out semi-structured interviews in the parameter community. This will help prove and refine the current findings and ensure that the recommendations are both practical and locally relevant. At the same time, to address the broader goal of increasing the overall participants, this study also encouraged exploring beyond the traditional marketing frameworks. Rather than relying on online or offline promotion, I suggest building trust-based engagement with users. This could involve introducing macro trials or personalized pilot programs with low entry barriers and real engaging experience. Such method may stimulate long-term motivation through gentle encouragement, a sense of psychological safety, and stronger relational connections. And this is my reference. Thank you for your listening.